Hi, so here's the market update for December 2025. What do we want from investments? This is just a bit of a recap. A better chance of positive returns and less risk. We want a risk-reward ratio is what we're aiming for, where the risk is this much and the reward is that much. Unlikely to get that big a difference, but we can try. Our number one golden rule is only buy good value. What is good value? When the PE ratio is 15 or less. And why 15? Because that is the long-term average. P of 15 means average risk, average chance of a positive return. Less than 15 means less risk and more potential. The PE ratio right now is 21, so it's quite high. Here's the All Ordinaries Index chart. So this is All Ordinaries is the 500 biggest shares, and you can see it's just up for the year. And the target for good value, currently the All Ordinaries is 8920, give or take, with a PE of 21. So the target will be 6,549. It's got a long way to go to fall. And the value of the US market, it's currently at 22. And the value of global markets, 21. And the market temperature is reduced. This is where it's hot and we want to buy heaps, but over here it's like, yeah, I'm not so keen on it. The future, is it all doom and gloom, or are there positive signs? Interest rates, there's talk of interest rates staying where they are for a bit, but in the long term going down. I'll just go back to this one, and this is the term deposit rates, an average of the term deposit rates for the big four banks. We use this because, well, they've been doing it for a long time and they're good at getting it right. So just let them tell us what interest rates are going to do. Earnings growth. So in Australia, the 200 biggest companies all think that their earnings are going to grow in the next 12 months by an average of nearly 15%. In the US, the 500 biggest companies expect their earnings to grow by 25%, which is quite a lot. And in the world, as a whole, 8.4%. Small companies lag. This is something that I use to tell me how hot the market is, or cold, whether it's getting close to a point where it's going to turn around and go down. So here you've got large companies and small companies, and large companies tend to go up first because when they're good value, that's what people jump into, and then when they're bad value, they start jumping into the small companies. And eventually the small companies catch up, and when they do, that means that there's basically nothing left to buy, and it's a bit of a sign that the market could have a turnaround. So at the moment, the small companies are actually in front of the large companies. In the US, small companies are 21% behind, and the world 41%. So that says Australia's market is very clear, that's a very big positive sign that the market's near the top. Well, it's not positive, but a sign that the market's near the top. And in the US, it's got a bit to go, and in the world, a long way to go. And then the fear factor, it's a little bit on the nervous side, but nothing drastic at the moment. This one tells me how quickly we need to do something. Now the value adjusted risk reward ratio, which is a ratio of what you could lose, which is risk, and what you could gain, which is reward, and adjusted for the value of the market. So at the moment, with the portfolios we're running, it looks like this. The potential reward is about that, and the potential risk is this. Now, this is based on historical averages. So that's a potential loss for the year for a conservative portfolio with average size fall in the markets and adjusted for current value. Potential reward is what we might expect for the next year for a conservative portfolio based on historical returns and adjusted for value. And there we go. The reward is 2.2 times bigger than the risk, which is acceptable. That's for a conservative portfolio, but remember, it's just an educated guess and a likely range. Anything can happen. So my prediction, markets will go up or down or sideways. I cannot predict what markets will do. I can say they are poor value, and we want good value. So in summary, Australian shares are poor value, US poor, global poor, and the risk reward ratio we're using at the moment is 2.2, which is acceptable for a conservative portfolio. So for some food for thought, we all know we don't pay capital gains tax on our home, right? What about a holiday home? Yes, potentially, but it's complicated. If the holiday home is rented to boarders who occupy single rooms, for that average length of stay is 4 to 6 weeks, may qualify for the small business capital gains tax concessions, and you have pay reduced or potentially no capital gains tax. And Merry Christmas. I'll see you in the new year and hope you all have fun and a good new year, and make sure the new year is going to be everything that you want it to be, and I'll help with that. So this is a general advice warning. This is for general information only. We take a lot of care to make sure that this information is correct, but there's no guarantee. Before acting on an information, get advice from a professional. Thank you. Have a great day, a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.